Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this enlightening edition of a Walkthrough Education Intellectual Exchange. On behalf of our Walkthrough Education, I extend my warm welcome to this, distinguished speakers, esteemed guests, and passionate participants from around the world. Today, we gather as global community united by a shared commitment to education and sustainability. We are here not just to discuss environmental education and awareness, but to explore actionable solutions that will shape the future of our planet. The earth is calling, and we must listen. Climate change, deforestation, pollution, and biodiversity laws are not distant threats. They are realities impacting communities, economies, and the very air we breathe in. As educators, policymakers, and advocates, we have a responsibility to integrate environmental awareness into our learning, empower the next generation, and inspire real change. So let us engage, challenge perspectives, and create pathways for a more sustainable future. Your voice matters in this conversation. The theme of today's discussion is environmental education and awareness. Education is one of the most powerful tools for fostering environmental stewardship. When students, teachers, and communities are equipped with the right knowledge and skills, they can take informed actions that benefit both people and the planet. But we must ask ourselves, are we doing enough to integrate environmental education into mainstream learning? How can we ensure that sustainability is not just a subject, but a way of life? What role does global collaboration play in environmental advocacy? To help us explore these critical questions, we have an exceptional lineup of speakers, experts who are driving impactful change in education and sustainability. To set our discussion for today, I'm delighted to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Rania Lampour from Greece. She will be discussing how STEM can shape environmental awareness and drive sustainable solutions. Dr. Rania, we are eager to learn from your insights. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gloria. First, I would like to congratulate all the dedicated, visionary, passionate educators of the Walkthrough Education team for creating always an inspiring learning environment that encourages always thought-provoking discussions and critical thinking. After every session, I think we are all very excited and we can feel this energy, always powerful discussions and insights. And special credits go to our founder and dear founder, dear Gloria, who is giving her best version of herself in order to organize these amazing events and bring us all together from different countries. So my topic today will focus on STEM. Actually, my passion is my STEM, everybody knows it. And STEM actually is instrumental in shaping environmental awareness because it provides the knowledge, the technologies, and innovations necessary to address pressing environmental challenges. So how? Through research and data-driven insights, STEM disciplines, especially in science and technology, provide recent data analysis that offer insights into environmental issues such as climate change or deforestation or pollution. Environmental science and ecological engineering use them to measure the impact of human activities, to model climate predictions, understand ecosystems, helping people comprehend the urgency of environmental challenges. And so STEM education can actually cultivate environmental awareness among students by including these topics like sustainability or green engineering or climate science in the curriculum. Through, for example, using interactive learning tools, simulations, or apps and games based on STEM, we can help illustrate environmental concepts like carbon footprints or resource depletion or ecosystem management, making actually students more conscious of their environmental impact. Of course, STEM outreach programs in citizens, especially citizen science projects, can engage the whole public in hands-on activities related to environmental conservation. So I would like to give some more practical strategies how STEM teachers can incorporate sustainability into their lessons and activities. Of course, we're talking about project-based learning, and here we can assign, for example, real-world environmental problems to solve, such as designing, for example, a water filtration system, or create a solar-powered devices, or develop a recycling program for the school, All these projects allow students to apply STEM concepts while focusing on sustainability. We can, for example, encourage students to design a model of a sustainable city, incorporating green energy sources, eco-friendly buildings, efficient waste management, sustainable transportation systems. And this, of course, always engages students in systems thinking and holistic problem solving. We can teach students how to calculate the carbon footprint and explore ways to reduce it. So this could involve analyzing energy consumption at home and at school and brainstorming ideas how to save energy, how to reduce emissions. And of course, we talk about renewable energy, green technologies. We can assign students to conduct experiments that demonstrate how solar panels work, including building small solar power devices. We can, for example, they can build also wind turbines. We can organize challenges where students design environmentally friendly products that could be a low energy water heater, that could be biodegradable packaging solution or an energy efficient vehicle. So some ideas like this. Mathematics is very important because we can incorporate environmental data into our mathematical science lessons. We can use, for example, climate data, the temperature changes or carbon emissions in math lessons to teach data analysis or graphing or statistics. So students can explore trends and predictions about future climate impacts. We can use real-world data to model population growth and resource consumption, highlighting the importance of sustainable resource management and the challenges of feeding a growing global population. And at the same time, we can teach students how to calculate water usage and potential savings through conservation efforts, like, for example, shorter showers or fixing leaks or linking math skills to real-world environmental concerns. So all these cross-curricular approaches, STEM is very close related also to art. We can use STEM for environmental awareness through hands-on activities like school garden projects, tree plantation, water testing, conduct water quality testing, for example, of local rivers, lakes, or even tap water. The students also can conduct energy out of the school, assessing electricity usage, identify areas for energy savings, proposing changes to reduce the school environmental footprint. And we talk about the technology I mentioned before about the simulations in virtual labs. There are so many online simulations that we can conduct, so many virtual labs that we can find online to explore topics like deforestation or renewable energy systems. We can incorporate coding, also coding into STEM lessons for having, for example, students can develop their own apps or programs that track energy use or that can promote recycling or monitor environmental conditions. So we can organize challenges I mentioned before, competitions or sustainability hackathons, where students can work in teams to solve environmental programs using STEM principles, on green engineering competitions. So many ideas, of course, apart from outdoor activities and field trips. So we talk about community involvement at the same time. Students can visit sustainable cities, for example, some recycling centers or renewable energy plants. They can be engaged in a community sustainable project. In general, of course, this has to do with how we emphasize sustainable development, how to teach global sustainability goals and encourage thinking in teachers, students at the same time about how the STEM projects align with global sustainability efforts. This should be the ultimate goal. How, for example, a local recycling solution contribute to SDGs. So by concluding, I want to say that STEM teachers can effectively integrate sustainability to lesson plans by designing activities that connect STEM concepts with real-world environmental challenges and by engaging students in hands-on projects, promoting sustainable technologies, and fostering critical thinking about resource management and environmental responsibility. Teachers can inspire students to become innovators and problem solvers needed for a sustainable future. Thank you very much. I hope.
Great.
Gloria, you're muted.
Very nice, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing knowledge.
So sorry, I didn't know I was muted. Thank you very much. That was an inspiring and thought-provoking presentation, Dr. Rania. You have beautifully illustrated how STEM education can go beyond textbook and play a critical role in environmental conservation. The intersection of science and sustainability offers powerful tools to combat climate challenges. And your insight, Dr. Rania, have certainly given us a lot to think about that has to do with environmental education. Thank you very much for shedding light on this vital connection between STEM and environmental awareness. Thank you very much. I'm going to quickly call on the next speaker, Dr. Arjun Nazil Qureshi from India. She's going to be addressing a crucial question: what is stopping us from taking urgent action in the face of climate crisis? Her topic is the climate crisis. What is stopping us from taking urgent action? Dr. Arjun, we are excited to hear your perspective. Please take the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Gloria, for this wonderful invitation. And greetings to everyone, and Dr. Anil Qureshi from India, Assistant Professor at Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering from Chandrapur. And yes, of course, it is a very important discussion that will be going on. And today we are talking about how this climate change is going to affect us. So, if we talk about what is stopping us, there are a number of factors. There are a number of factors that are stopping us from taking significant action on the climate crisis. Do we know that the climate change that we are observing around us, it is affecting us in a negative way? And that too, if we don't take care of it, in the coming years, the situation will go worse. And maybe if we don't try to control it now, there will be a time when we won't be able to do anything for it. Okay, so if we come quickly to what is stopping us from taking action? So the first one is, of course, the political barriers, because the policies or the regulations that have been made by the company, they are still not thinking the climate change thoroughly, because sometimes they also face pressure from the powerful industries. Those are relying on the fossil fuels. So we know that renewable sources of energy are better than the fossil fuels that we have been using. The renewable energies, they are free of the greenhouse gases. They provide clean energy. They provide the energy at a very lower rate, but still, there's some kind of political barriers. I don't see for all the countries, because I can see there are people joining from different countries. So yes, political barriers are there. And then shifting from the fossil fuels to the renewable energy, it is again not that easy, because there is a lot of research that needs to be done. It is not just about having some solar panels or fixing a windmill at our place, depending upon the climatic conditions that we have, but we have to work a lot. Well, because the existing systems, the existing machineries that you may be having, the power production companies or the industries, any other kind of industries that are working, they have been designed to work on the fossil fuels. And simply, if we talk about, change from fossil fuels to renewable energy, so there has to be done a lot of research where how the machines would be able to work on the renewable sources of energy, how the machine that was manufacturing clothes, how that the machine will be working on, will start using solar power. Because still now we are using electricity that is being generated by coal, right? By using any kind of fossil fuel. So yes, this rapid shift is not possible so soon. And if we think about that, the people are also concerned. Like if we think about the shift, then it will lead to worries about job losses in the fossil fuel sector. But anytime you say, whenever we go for improvement, like nowadays, when the people say that due to AI, people are going to lose jobs, but I say, no, you shouldn't be worried. You should try to adapt AI, you should try to learn AI, and you should try to develop new applications or software using AI. Similarly, if you want to change from the renewable energy to the fossil fuels, we actually need to know more about fossil fuels, do more research on it. The third thing that is very important, that are actually us. because we don't have much awareness about it, because the people don't understand how climate change is going to affect us. Because nowadays, if we see at some places the temperature is very high, the glaciers are melting. But we feel that, okay, the glaciers are melting in Antarctica. I'm living in India and I'm not going to get affected of it. So the people don't understand that this climate change that we are observing is a severe. And because we don't have so much of information and the little bit of information that is available on the internet, most of the times it is confusing or misleading, and therefore we people are, we hesitate to take action because we don't understand the urgency to take action against this climate change. And the next thing, when we think about this, yes, my own behavior as a human being, if we see, do I know that my change in some of my habits? Like if I think that, okay, I am having to have a standalone power system at my home, that is, I am going to use solar power at my home to generate electricity, that will be at least sufficient for the home. But I don't want to take that action. So we are hesitating to take that individual action to make a significant difference. So yes, it starts from us, because any kind of changes that we want to do, then yes, we need to start from our side. And the next thing is the international cooperation challenges. Because addressing climate change, it will require coordinated action across multiple countries, which can be complicated. But yes, if we talk about multiple countries, it will get complicated because every country will have different political priorities. They may be having some different economic policies. They may be having different economic situations. So yes, even at the international level, to get a cooperation from all the countries and arriving at and unanimously arriving at some decision, it is very, very difficult. But yes, of course, there is a solution to every problem. So if we talk about it, if we extend knowledge about it, yes, we can be overcoming this obstacle. The first thing that we will have to do it, because I said the people are not aware. So we will need to raise awareness and education so that there should be a clear and accessible communication about the science of climate change. Because until a person understands what is climate change, and how it is going to affect my life and how it is going to affect the life of the future generation, we are not going to take that step. Then the government need to implement policies like carbon pricing, the subsidies for the renewable energy, and some having some strict rules for the emission standards to encourage climate friendly practices. And in fact, if we talk about education, even at the school level or even those who are at the college or the university, they should be taught about like what is carbon footprint. Most of us don't know. We just talk about it, but we don't know how the carbon footprint can be calculated and how due to like certain change at our home, how this carbon footprint can be reduced. Then we need to encourage people to invest in the renewable energy policies because, as I said, supporting research and development of clean energy sources is very, very essential. So, in the schools and the colleges, when you're assigning projects to your students, try to align those projects to, with the SDGs, because the SDGs like SDG 9, SDG 12. So, if you try to align all your projects with the SDGs, it is going to help. And yes, the most important thing, community engagement and activism, it is very, very important. Because if you want to make the changes, it should start at the grassroots level. So the grassroots movements can pressure the policymakers. Because yes, though we think of doing many things, but the kind of policies or the regulations that have been implemented in our country, sometimes they stop it. So if we all try to decide over it, and yes, of course, it will pressure the policymakers to take some action and encourage your individual behavior change. And yes, of course, like I said, we need to understand. We need to change our habits somewhere. So this is what if you see the world is stopping, not we are stopping ourselves. So we need to change our habits and where we need to modify it. We need to think about it. We need to increase awareness among the people so that we understand. And yes, as we say, we don't have any other planet. We don't have a planet B. We have only this planet where we have to live. And in fact, not we, even our future generations have to live. So we need to understand that. And of course, if we understand all these things, surely we can be able to tackle this problem of climate change. So thank you very much, Dr. Gloria.
Thank you.
Good day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Arjun, for this amazing speech, for such a compelling and eye-opening talk. It's clear that while we have the knowledge and resources, systemic barriers and some other things often delay climate actions. Your discussion has reminded us that urgency is the key, and we must address these challenges hand off if we are to make a meaningful impact. I truly appreciate your thoughtful leadership and your presentation. Thank you very much for this. I want to make an announcement before we continue. The first announcement is that if you have any question or any contribution, please put it down in the chat box, or maybe you wait till the end of the presentation, then you ask your question or react to anybody's presentation. And the second thing is that I'm going to be dropping the link to the attendance register now. Please endeavor to write your name so that we'll be able to provide you certificates for you, please. All right, so I'm going to call on the next speaker. Is Joseph here, Ambassador Joseph? I don't know if he's here. Okay, I'm going to call on the next. Is he here? Is Joseph here? Look, I've not seen him. All right, so I'm going to call on the next speaker, Ambassador Neelam from India, who will take us on a journey to explore how storytelling can shape perspective, inspire action, and ultimately contribute to saving our planet. Ambassador Sezena, we are eager to hear your thoughts. Please take the stage.
Good evening, one and all present here. Honorable Rania ma'am, Gloria ma'am, Nahid sir, Loni sir, and all the esteemed members who are present here. Thank you very much to giving me the responsibility, to giving me the favor to speak about my topic, that is power of storytelling in environmental conservation. Can birds save the planet? Thank you, ma'am. Actually, whenever you have I have saw the topic, I was thinking how it is possible. But from starting, I have started to think from my childhood to yet now, my journey from childhood to yet now. And I have got so many things related to this. I want to share with you all. Environmental conservation is the practice of protecting the environment from negative impact while allowing to use natural resources. People are using natural resourcing day by day, and we are allowing them. But many negativities are here. So with these negativities, how we save the planet, and by the word, by storytelling to children. So first of all, we have to think about to save the planet. What is mean to save the planet? To save the planet means we have to save all the resources which are available on our planet, which are necessary for living it. Just like we have to save the plants, animals, birds, sun, moon, water, and so many things. For these things, what we are doing, we have to do so many approach which we are doing already. But the challenge is how the words are applicable on this topic. So from childhood to now, I have imagined regarding my childhoodness when I was in the age of 3 or 4 years. In every worship, on every festival, my mother used to call me, and she used to say to me that sit with me during this worship and during this festival, how I am doing this. And I used to sit with her with very much happiness, and I used to pass the time with her. And if we say complete family used to sit with them, because all were celebrating the festival. So I found so many things with it, but before that, I want to share some pics. Ma'am, if you permit me, I want to share some pictures. If you permit me, may I? Okay, thank you. In India, I have already told in my previous session that in India, everybody give respect to all the things. Either these are the living things as well as non-living things. Picture I want to show. The picture is visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, this is Tulsi Puja, Tulsi worshipping. The lady is worship a plant. It is the plant of Tulsi. Okay. Next pic. It is visible?
Yes, it is.
Is it visible?
Yes.
The people are standing nearby a tree. They are worshipping the tree of Amla. Okay. Amla is a fruit. Okay. And next, I want to show the pic. Sorry, I'm one by one I am showing because of the reason I have to tell something. And here the pic. Here the again it is Amla, and next I want to show. This pic is visible. This is the banyan tree. Banyan tree pic, it yields so much oxygen, and most of the oxygen. Banyan tree as well as the tree of people. Okay, they are worshipping. And the last some pics more I want to show. The people are worshipping the river, holy river Ganga. Holy river Ganga nowadays, in millions, the people have gone to Prayagraj for worshipping and for taking the bath in holy river Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Okay, this is the peak of holy river of India, Ganga. And this is the pic. Here a lady, she is worshipping the our mother cow. Okay, this to whom we say Gau Mata in Hindi. Okay, and my last pic I want to show. This pic is visible. Some crows are sitting and the people are worshipping. They are calling to crows for party. In Hindi, we say it is Shraddh, the month in which we remember our ancestors. Okay. So with these pics, I wanted to tell in India, we worship to mountains, rivers, plants, trees, animals also, and river also. So these are all are the resources, as well as we worship to sun and moon also. But behind everything, a story is related. Whenever we worship, as I have shown one picture, I want to show one more picture here. This is in that picture, all the here in right hand side, upper side, some ladies, they are listening the story. They are listening the story. One lady is reading the story and others are listening. Means in each and every festival, where if we are worshipping to any plant, if we are worshipping to sun, if we are worshipping to any river, if we are worshipping to any mountain, everything is having a story behind it. In India, if sorry, I'm talking about India because it is related to that culture, that is that tradition, and I will come to the point again. So yes, thank you very much. If Indian are Indian, they know about that, they can give me the signal. Thank you very much. So in many things are here, whichever the ladies use, the ladies wear the ornaments. So we, each and every ornament is having a story behind it. Why they wear these things? What is the logic is behind these things? So everything is having a story. Whenever whenever parents they call the children, come with me and worship with me to this. The children they listen it very curiously and with a good way they listen it. And if we are worshipping to plants, we are worshipping to trees, we are worshipping to rivers, mountains. How can it is attached with our heart from the childhoodness? If we are telling to our children, every year we are celebrating the same festival, and every year we are telling the same story. We are repeating the same story again and again. This story they set in their mind as well as in their heart. If anything is attached with our heart, how can we harm that thing? So same way, how can we harm the water of river Ganga? How can we harm the any worshipping we are giving to respect of that thing? These are the stories based worshipping and story based respect. So there is a major role of the parents. If the parents they use their culture, their tradition, they never forget, they should never forget their tradition. In if we talk about ancient time and this time, we say this time the children are very much busy, this time children they are not having time because the burden on them, because things they have made that study is a burden, they are overloaded. Why? This time the children are having so many resources with them. Parents are helping them, they are giving each and everything. Teachers are giving them everything. Schools are providing the atmosphere and each and everything. If we think about our timing, that time, the study, if we talk about the study, these syllabus have been changed. The things have been elaborated nowadays. But that time we were having the less resources. We were fighting to do our study because of less support. But nowadays children are having all the things. So if the things that time our parents they used to call us to, you have to be a part of this festival with us, you have to be a part of this worship, and you also have to do this time also. The parents can say because the students are having so many resources they can, but all over. So how could the children will not think about it? So that's why I want to say the major role of the parents to tell them the stories, because in the form of the these arts, then if they start listening, they are thinking by they learn how we can apply these things in school, because most of the time they are living in a school if parents are not doing. So something in curriculum, it can be changed. These types of things, additional things, if we apply in the syllabus in the form of this is not compulsory. The teacher is sitting and teacher is telling the story. By digital tools, we can also take the help. By digitally we can tell the story to the children. By act, we can also tell them. So this is the thing by which we can change the way to think of the children, and storytelling, no doubt. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ambassador
ma'am.
Neelam. What an amazing presentation. She has shown
Thank
us
you.
that stories have the power to touch hearts and drive real action. From ancient folk tales to modern narratives, storytelling remains a timeless way to inspire environmental consciousness. Thank you very much, Ambassador Sexana, for reminding us that words and culture can indeed save the planet. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to
Thank
quickly call on the next speaker. Please, if you have any question for her, please just write it down. Towards the end of the session, you'll get a chance to do so. I'm going to quickly call on our next speaker, Ambassador Kamal Lohani from India. He will be discussing whether journalism can drive environmental action or how media plays a role in shaping sustainability discourse. Ambassador Lohani, the floor is yours. Are you there? Okay.
Respected Gloria, respected Rani, can you hear?
Yes, of course, I can hear you. I believe that everybody can.
Okay, respected Gloria, Neelam, Nahid sir, and Prajapati sir. There are so many. Good evening to all of you, all the esteemed speakers and respected personalities, great minds of the world. And namaste from India. Lohani, I am from Uttarakhand, Nainital. So today I have been given the topic environmental education, awareness, and green media, and can journalism drive environmental action. So today, as I have seen in our society, even in my country, in this world, the person who has bicycle, he is running after motorcycle. He is thinking for motorcycle. Who is having motorcycle, he is thinking for BMW, Ferrari. The person who has ground floor is thinking for double story, third floor, fourth floor. Means we are running after greed. We are just collecting things for our use or for our benefit. Nobody is thinking for the environment, which is essential for everybody, for us to live in this world. If God has given us birth, so we need that environment, that earth, which is essential for everybody. We need air, we need trees, we need plants, we need rivers, everything we need. But nobody is serious for that, for thinking. Because we are running after all these things, we have become greedy. So that is why it is very essential to know about the environment, to know the use of environment, benefits of environment, and that is why environmental education is compulsory and necessary for everybody. Even the government of India has started that particular subject in the schools as a subject here. So if we need sustainable development in our country or in the world, if we need peace and prosperity, happiness and harmony, we must think for the environment. Environment and earth is a part of the earth, teaches us a lot. And we must think over that deeply. We must be aware Environmental education and awareness is very, very essential. It is very, very essential for promoting conservation of natural resources and mitigation of the impact of the human activities on the environment. That is very necessary to think for that. If we think for the importance of environmental journalism, it has become that climate change, as we see, has become the main concern for everybody in this world, surpassing the global terrorism. Main concern for everybody. Any aware society is the best weapon. We have to become aware. We need to raise the awareness. Any aware society is the best weapon against the climate change, and this is where environmental journalists play a crucial role. What is their role? They have to raise the awareness. They have to make the people alert and aware for the harm being done by the human activities on the environment. So all the natural resources, all the things which surround us, that is the part of environment, along with the living and non-living things, including our natural resources, water, rivers, air, minerals, forests, soil, ecosystem, plants, animals, everything. That is the part of environment. And this is very, very important. Each and everything very, very important for the human being. So kinds of environment, we know everybody we know that natural environment, built environment, and social environment. And what is the importance of environmental conservation if we think over the conservation? Because conservation is very, very essential and necessary for that. If we think of for the environment, the importance is protecting biodiversity, mitigating the climate change, ensuring the sustainable development, and protecting human health. These are the main things which we have to think. Now, green media. What is the role of green media? The media which thinks for the environment, that is called green media. Green media means various forms of media that focus on the environmental issues, sustainability, eco-friendly practices, part of environment. The primary goal of the green media is to raise awareness. That is the main thing which the green media has to do about the environmental concerns, promote the sustainable development, and inspire the individuals to take action to protect the planet, to protect this earth, to protect the environment. Now, can journalism derive environmental actions? Yes, journalism can derive environmental actions by raising awareness. That is the main. For awareness, we need to educate the people. Education is a must. Why we raise awareness? Because we have to expose environmental issues. There are so many issues of environment, pollution, deforestation, climate change. These are the big concern for us. If we are discussing these things on this platform, so it means we are doing a great job here. Now we are concerned for the coming generation and future generation. After all, what we are living for them, if we are running after the greed, if we have become greedy. And second, explaining complex issues, that is the main role, inspiring actions, highlighting solutions. Journalism can showcase successful environmental initiatives, innovative technology, and sustainable practices. Next, by sharing the stories, perspectives of marginalized communities, journalism can raise awareness about environmental justice issues. Journalists can investigate and expose environmental crimes. Journalism can hold government accountable for their environmental policies and actions which are not good for the human humans and human beings and for the people. So if the government is not making the mm, right policy and correct policy, which is the good policy for protection of our environment, so that is the duty of the journalist. They can raise the issues. And we can drive by raising public awareness about the environmental issues, exposing environmental injustices, influencing policy decisions, and holding government and corporations accountable, and empowering communities and motivating people to take actions, advocate for the change. So by employing all these strategies and methods, journalism can drive environmental actions and inspire change and promote a more sustainable future and more sustainable development for the coming generation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Lohani, for this amazing discussion. You've highlighted the undeniable role of the media in influencing public opinion and policy decision on environmental issues. Responsible journalism can expose environmental injustices and also push for urgent actions, even also speak to the government. Thank you very much for bringing this to our notice.
Thank you very much.
All right. I'm going to quickly call on our next presenter, Chidinma Elobi, who is going to be speaking on awareness, from awareness to policy. She's going to be speaking about awareness to policy, how education influence environmental laws. Is Madam Chidinma here?
Hello.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, please. Sorry, I just had to switch to my computer so that I can be able to share my screen, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So I hope it's okay if I share my screen.
Yes, it's okay.
All right. Just a minute, please. So once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Today I'll be speaking on the topic from awareness to policy. And so the question we're asking today is, can education influence environmental laws? And I tried to make some slides just so that I don't get to talk too much. My slides can just do the talking for me. So we often hear about climate change, pollution, and conservation. But the real question is, can education actually shape policies, and can it protect our environment? Can we actually develop policies from this by just creating awareness? So today, let's just explore this topic together. We all know that education is powerful. It shapes opinions, it drives change, and builds informed societies. But when it comes to environment, is awareness alone enough? Is awareness enough? The awareness enough to drive this we're talking about? Can what when these actually drive awareness, can they influence the government policies? So that is what we're trying to discuss today. I don't know why I can't get my slides to be in the presentation mode. Okay, anyway, I'll just scroll up. Right, environmental education goes beyond just teaching people about recycling or climate change. It helps individuals understand their impacts on the planet. It builds a sense of responsibility and encourages sustainable behavior. But the key question that we're asking is, does this knowledge translate into action at the policy level? Like, can this knowledge alone, can it drive the government to, develop policies that will now, guide the entire world or the nation or the state, as the case may be? So raising awareness is the first step anyway. Awareness is the first step. However, I don't think it's enough, because many people know about environmental problems, yet governments still struggle to enforce laws. And for real change, education must go beyond awareness. It must empower people. We must get to the point where we demand policies and participate in decision making, and even become policy makers, ourselves, and also empower others to become policy makers. Let's look at some case studies where education led to policy change. There's a few real world examples that I try to highlight here. So in Sweden, environmental education in schools contributed to a national waste reduction policy. And in Rwanda, a strong campaign on plastic waste also led to a countrywide plastic bag ban. So in Rwanda now, there's no more, people are no longer allowed to use plastic bags, right? And also these cases show that education can indeed influence policy when paired with activism and public engagement. But there are some challenges anyway. There are some challenges in turning awareness into policy, but the government may resist change due to economic interest, misinformation, and there's often a gap between public awareness and political action sometimes. And these barriers become, we can actually overcome these barriers anyway with persistence and collaboration, and actually employing the right strategies. Now, how can education influence environmental laws? Now, to answering the question, how do we bridge this gap? So we need a strong link between education and policy making. Schools should teach environmental literacy alongside civic education. Yes, in Nigeria, the civic education, but I think in different countries they have different things that they also teach that's similar to that. But the idea is to teach students about environmental literacy and civic engagement. The university should also produce research that informs lawmakers, and awareness campaigns should not only educate but also mobilize people to push for policy reforms. Now, what are the roles of the stakeholders? Now, it's not just about students or the activists. Governments, educators, NGOs, and the media all play a role, and policymakers also need scientific data. Educators need to incorporate real-world issues into their teaching, and the media as well. They must help to spread awareness. When these forces work together, real change can actually happen. Now, in conclusion, the answer is yes. Yes, education can indeed influence environmental laws, but only when awareness leads to action. Only when awareness leads to, there must be there must be action. Education must not just inform, but it must also inspire advocacy and policy making. And if we want stronger environmental laws, we must ensure that learning leads to leadership. Thank you very much, Dr. Gloria. Thank you, Dr. Rania, and distinguished guests and all ambassadors. I am honored to make this presentation. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. That was an insightful and practical discussion. Indeed, awareness is not enough for change to take place. Madam Chidima has clearly outlined the link between education and policy, showing us that informed citizens and leaders can create stronger environmental law. Thank you for your wisdom and dedication in this course. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to quickly call on the next speaker. Please, if you have any question, just take note that we are going to give you the chance to ask your questions towards the end of the session. All right, so I'll quickly call on another speaker, Navneet Pandey, who is going to be speaking on eco-friendly lifestyle. Are small daily actions enough to save the planet? Over to you, sir.
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible. I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Respected Gloria, ma'am, respected Rania, ma'am, and all the respected speakers. Hello, I am Navneet from India, Uttarakhand, district Nainital, and good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you are from, and namaste from India. So, I especially thank to Gloria ma'am and Rania ma'am for giving me such a great opportunity to present myself in front of all, and for providing me such a global platform that first time I'm presenting in front of you. Also, I'm especially thanks to Mr. Kamal Lohani sir, who has introduced me to this global society and also a wonderful platform to express myself. Thank you, Kamal sir. And so I'm coming to my topic. So as you all know that the theme for the today's this webinar is environmental education and awareness. And the topic is allotted actions enough to save the environment. Okay. So lifestyles. So what are eco-friendly lifestyles? I'm going to tell you that eco-friendly lifestyle is nothing but making conscious choices to make our environment to minimize our environment impact, that what we are impacting our environment, that how we can minimize. For example, we are doing a lot of pollution, we are using a lot of plastic, single use plastic we are using daily. So how we can make conscious choices in day-to-day life to minimize these impacts? It is basically the eco-friendly lifestyle. So it means basically adopting habits and approaches that are sustainable and help to protect the planet. These are called eco-friendly lifestyles. Now, how we can attain these eco-friendly lifestyles? So the basic key aspects behind this is first is reducing waste. This includes the minimizing single-use plastics, recycling, composting, and using products with minimal packaging. Second is conserving energy. So how we can conserve energy? By using energy efficient appliances like LED, light emitting diode, and turning off electronics when not in use. In the same sequence, we are going nowadays we are looking that we are going to renewable energy sources like solar power, which be taken into consideration. Next aspect for eco-friendly lifestyle is sustainable transportation. This involves reducing air travel, increases in walking, cycling, using public transportation, and if it is possible, that ensures driving electric vehicle. The next key aspect is basically the water conservation. For example, rainwater harvesting we should opt, fix leaks and sinks, close off the taps when not in use. And there are many ways for creating and adopting eco-friendly lifestyles. Now, the second part is, are daily small actions enough to save the environment? Yes. Yes, we can say that small actions are bit necessary. How these can help? This help in raising awareness. For example, I'm giving 2-3 examples in this consideration. For example, I'm going to market for purchasing something, for purchasing household belongings, etc. So, if I'm asking to the shopkeeper that give me a plastic bag, give me for a bag for my household belongings, so this will create a bad impact. So what I can do, I used to carry a recyclable bag from my home, and how this could help? This could help and inspire people to do the same. So this small action can create a great impact. The next example is, if I have to do a work, if I'm going to office, if I'm going to my daily work, if my office or my place for work is approximately 5 to 6 kilometers or 7 kilometers from my home, so what I can do, I used to go there either walking or cycling. So this is a small action, and this will create a great impact. So how it will create a great impact? It will create a great impact if it is done collectively. Because for a while, a single person action seem to be insignificant. The cumulative effect of millions of people making small changes to be substantial. So what small action should we opt? Water conservation by fixing leaks and closing taps when not in use. Okay. For going to any destination, for any going to any work, for a distance of 6 to 7 kilometers, we should opt walking or cycling. Save energy by using energy efficient bulbs like solar energy, LED, etc. Use of single use plastics should be prohibited, should be minimized. Plantation of trees should be done in proper way for improving the quality of air environment. And in the same way, but these small actions can only create an impact and helps if it should be done collectively in large scale. So we have to do small actions, but how we can achieve our goal by if we are doing it in a larger scale. For example, a million or millions of people should opt these small actions and do in the same way. Next is, let us consider a very small example. Impacts like climatic changes, deforestation are caused by large scale industrial activities and government policies. This problem cannot be fixed by small actions. A collective approach should be required to handle it. And at last, I would like to summarize that small daily actions are essential but not sufficient to contribute to a more sustainable lifestyle. To truly save the environment, we need a combination of individual actions plus systematic changes. This can be done by individuals making conscious choices in their daily lives, corporations adopting sustainable practices, government implementing effective environmental policies, global cooperation by environmental issues, and at last, the most important is to is not to aware, but inspire the people to do these small actions to create a collective effect to save our environment. Thank you, Gloria ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Navneet Pandis. Your presentation on eco-friendly lifestyle raises an important question. Are small daily actions enough to save the planet? While individual actions like reducing waste and conserving energy are impactful, they must be complemented by systemic change. I love this part of your presentation: corporate responsibility and strong policies. Small actions create awareness and inspire larger movement, but real transformation requires scaling these efforts globally through education, advocacy, and collaboration. So by combining personal responsibility with structural reforms, we can drive meaningful environmental change. Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. I think we've come to the end of our presentations today. I think all our speakers have presented. I think is Mr. Nahid around? Mr. Nahid? Okay, so since he's not here yet, the floor is open for reactions, for questions, and contribution. So if you have any question, you have anything to contribute to what the speakers have presented today, please feel free to do so. Any question? I saw some questions on the chat. Please, would you like to unmute yourself and say it out, or do you want me to read it out from the chat? Okay, let me see if I can read out some questions because I saw some questions there. The first question, okay, I can see something here from Shailesh Prajapati. He said, do we worship all the trees? I think, is this a question or you just wanted, is it a statement? Okay, there is a question mark after that. He also said something, why do we worship trees, animals, rivers, and birds? What else? Okay, if we can, let's react to this. Does anybody have any answer to this question, or should I go ahead and do my bit to answer to give a response to that? Okay, I think this is connect. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me because everywhere
Yes,
is
yes,
okay. Okay, so I think this is connected to Ambassador Nilam's presentation where she showed us things like trees, and her topic is talking about storytelling. You know, passing on stories from generations to generation in order to preserve the environment. And what I understood from her presentation is that in that particular culture, parents pass on information about how to take care of these particular trees, how to take care of animals, even the rivers, you have to take care of it. And through this, since this message is passed on from generation to generation in form of storytelling and also actual practice, this is a way of preserving the environment. That is, if any other person has anything to say in this course, please feel free to do so.
Yeah, Madam Gloria, nice response.
Okay, yes, Ms. Nahid, you're back. Welcome. Okay.
Greetings from India. I'm very happy to know the topic because it is very close to my heart. Because if we want to tell the world that we are alive and we will have to make our environment alive, right? Primarily we should focus on action. There are lot many talks, lot many discussions, debates, argument. This should be done, that should not be done. Be the one to do. We need to plant billions of apples. We ought to be minimalist. We need to discover ourselves. Why should we discover? When we know purpose, then we are not the voice, we are not the sound, we are the doer. Because we have direction, we have purpose, we have objective, and there is no distraction at all. When distraction is not there, it means yes, we are materializing and we are meaningful. I generally say, and I practice as well, pleasure is punishment. What is happening due to materialism, due to show off, what we are? We want to represent different things. Socrates has said, whatever you are at night should be in the day. Whatever you are in the day, you should represent you at night. Means we need to be the same. This is what comes character. And generally, we are talking about personality development, we are talking about communication development, we are talking and talking. And where are we reaching? Nowhere. We are simply on treadmill that we keep on doing. Neither we are changing, nor the ones who are around us are changing. Why? Because of lack of action. I therefore submit to this August House that we need to be action oriented. That what can I do after these talks are over? What should I do? What are my plans? And yes, we should use public transport. What is the harm? Idea is going from one place to another. What is happening today? We fail to walk, and there is no place for pedestrians. See around the world. We need to grab a bicycle. We should ride bicycle. There are a lot many options, and moreover, be the one you are. If you try to be someone, you are no one. So why are we not understanding this fact? And it is quite simple fact. And we need to be very simplest. Right? So my submission to you all, thank you, Gloria ma'am, for taking up so relevant, appropriate, meaningful topics. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a powerful way to conclude the speech today. Ambassador Nahid Raza has challenged us to think the way we educate our children about sustainability. If we do not equip them with the right knowledge and skills and also take to actions, we risk failing the planet. So we need to do what? We need to keep up the action. Thank you for this urgent reminder, Ambassador Nahid Raza. What an incredible lineup of speakers we have had today. Each of them have provided us with unique insights, powerful ideas, and practical strategies for integrating environmental awareness into education policy and community action. The question is, are we just listeners or advocates? Are we doing? So we have to keep doing the practical aspect of it, not just saying it. The floor is still open. If you have any question, please feel free to do so. If you have anything to contribute to the session, please feel free to do so. Any question, any contribution? Or should we just round up the session? This session was such an inspiring one, and I learned a lot from this. But I think we should. We are just so quiet. Please, I want to hear your views. Did you enjoy the session? What are you taking home from this session today? Please, I want to hear your voices.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay. I have already put my thoughts in the chat box. Since you really want to hear my voice, I just want to say thank you. Of truth, this is one of the subject matters I've really been wishing to have more knowledge about. And I think today's have given me the opportunity to do so. So I want to thank you for this opportunity. Also thank the speakers. So what I want to also add is that, yes, education and awareness is very, very important. It's very, very important. And the last word you have just said, that it's not just about learning, but putting it into action. Letting other people know and also learn from us is part of way that we can help to make it global, make it go round. So hence the knowledge is made known by all, and the implementation is carried out, we will get it better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Ijoma. We appreciate. Thank you. Any other contribution, any other reaction to today's presentation? What is your takeaway? All right, Dr. Ajun wants to say something.
Yeah, I want to say something. Yes, because the whole session was very, very informative. And thank the different ways and the speakers have presented. Like in the middle, I just illustrated three speakers, where the rest of them what they heard, and I was listening. I just listened to Dr. Nahid, and even before, I think there was Navneet, Mr. Navneet, and he was speaking in a very simple way, that how the daily habits, in fact, when I spoke, even I said the same thing, that it depends upon us. We are talking and we'll be talking, we'll be giving speeches and we'll be going out of the session. But how much we follow it, that is very, very important. In fact, yes, the next level that I said that, okay, we want to more education on it, more research on it and all. But before reaching that level, it is how we are adapting to it, how we are changing our habits. Like the Navneet also just said, like if I want to go to a grocery store, why don't I walk till that place? Or why don't I take a reusable bag with me? So yes, this is very small thing that we can be doing every day. If I am leaving this room, so why don't I just switch off my lights and fans and then I leave my room? So those small habits are actually going to work a lot. And in fact, as we say, change, yes, it starts from us. And moreover, like if you talk about awareness, so any kind of development, if you talk about
Hello. Okay, I don't know, it was a bit frozen for some seconds, so I don't know if it's from me. Can you hear me?
yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Thank you very much for that reaction. And I saw a hand up. Yes, Oluwabumi Anani. Ambassador Bumi, over to you. You are muted. You are muted. Unmute yourself.
Okay. A happy evening to everyone, depending on the time of the day that we are in. I find this conversation really insightful and urgent, particularly with the passion that has been injected in its delivery by the different speakers. Now, when we talk about the environment, it affects everybody. It doesn't matter whether you live in the developed nation or you are in the underdeveloped or the developing world. It requires a global action from everyone. Now, the emphasis, because the underlying emphasis that's connects all the discussions or presentations is on action. It's not enough to be educated about it. It's not enough to be aware, but much more. And it's not even enough to be empowered, because empowerment without action is equal to waste. So the first thing we need to do in terms of action, it begins with us educators. Can we begin? Because looking at how urgent the need to preserve and conserve our environment is, so that we do not fail our planet, in the words of our CEO, Dr. Gloria, is so that we do not fail our planet, can we integrate environmental education into our subjects, even if it is mathematics? Is there a way we could connect the need for environmental consciousness to the point that our learners do not just know by heart or learn for grades, but learn to do, such that when they see any litter around, the reflex action will be there for them to know that this is not correct. They pick it up and trash it properly. Is there a way we can actually empower and bring into the active consciousness of the man in the market or in the at the car park, such that they no longer throw trash anyhow, but take responsibility for the environment? So we need to take actionable steps. And another fundamental step, though, we made mention of systemic change. Systemic change. We talk about eco-friendly products. Can we make these eco-friendly products affordable? Because the common man cannot even afford solar-powered devices. And we are talking about greening the earth. We're talking about eco-friendly systems. It's not enough for us to talk about it. It's much more. We need to make it practicable in such a way that the common man out there will not just think we are speaking big English, Because after telling them about eco-friendly products and they cannot afford it, what are we talking about? We're talking about poverty alleviation, but things keep becoming more expensive. The things that are needed to enhance environmental friendly behavior cannot be afforded by the millions and billions of people out there who are much more in number than the elites. I think it's high time we told ourselves the truth. It's not enough for us to create awareness. Let us create policies, that economic policies, political policies, education policies that will make it practicable for everyone in the rural area and in the urban area to collectively take action towards a safer environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Oluwabumi Anani, for this wonderful insights. All right, thank you, everyone. Does any other person have anything to say? Okay. Did I see any hand up? Okay, no hand yet. All right, before we take our photograph, I want to, it was an incredible session. We have heard powerful insights, thought-provoking discussions, and inspiring strategies to advance environmental education. A heartfelt thank you to our phenomenal speakers for sharing their expertise and passion. To our audience, you are amazing and you are change makers. The knowledge we have gained today is only valuable if we take action. When we shouldn't be just hearers, we should be doers as well. Let's commit to action, making sustainable a core part of education, advocacy in our daily life. Before we close, I encourage everyone to stay engaged, collaborate, and continue this important conversation beyond today. Together, we can build a future where education and environmental responsibility go hand in hand. Thank you all for being part of this journey. Until next time, let's keep working through education for a better world. I want to invite you all to our Women's Day program, which will be happening on Saturday, and we are going to be celebrating our women. So you are all invited. Please, men, you are also invited, please. We want you to come there and cheer us up because we need, without you, we cannot stand. So please come out and support all the female members of A Walk Through Education. So thank you once again. Please, does anybody have any question concerning our program on Saturday?
Yeah, Gloria ma'am, may I ask something?
Yes, please.
Okay, on 8th March, all the women are going to celebrate the International Women's Day. What do you think about the gents and we all people?
What?
Any day, special day for us to celebrate.
May I answer, ma'am? May I answer, ma'am?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Sir, you will celebrate Women's Day.
Yes, we are also going to celebrate our Men's Day. Of course, we will. Yes.
Anyway, thank you very much. Very inspiring.
Thank you.
Informative, interesting show.
Okay, thank you.
I enjoyed a lot today.
I'm seeing someone's hand. Sushma Kumari, you have something to say?
Alia Thapa. Alia Thapa from Jammu Kashmir.
Okay, Alia Thapa, okay. Alia Thapa, you want to say something? Unmute yourself. You are muted. Okay.
Good evening to all of you. Good evening to all of you. My name is Alia Thapa. I am from Jammu and Kashmir. Today's topic are importance of environment. The environment is an important part of our life, without which the living things could not survive on Earth. However, several issues are disrupting the ecosystem of the environment and causing damage of living beings. The main reason behind such a condition was the humans' misuse of nature and the technology that they settled their lifestyle. A clean environment is important for the existence of all living beings. People should follow some laws of reduce environment pollution. Electronic media is one of the excellent sources for separating the importance and awareness of the environment. The government should make policies to minimize that activities that affect the environment. Thank you. This session is motivational, inspirational, and fruitful for us. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much. What's your name again? Alia, right? Alia. Okay, Alia Tapa.
Alia Thapa.
Okay, thank you very much.
Alia Thapa.
Alia Tapa, we are happy to have you in our midst. And I hope you are aware are you aware of our students project? I think you should join our students. We're already in week 5 of the project, but I think you can still join. Please, whoever, I don't know if it's your child or your student, please make her part of this a Walk Through Education Global News Challenge. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay,
Thank you, Slade sir, for giving me a wonderful blessing.
God bless you, dear.
Great.
All right, so it's time for our pictures. Please, if it's possible for you, turn on your camera. Let's take our pictures.
Ma'am, today we will fly trees.
We're going to use, okay, yes, we're going to use trees. So please search for trees, please. Search for emoji, the emoji of a tree. I think is there. Let's look for it. Have you all found it? I'm still searching for mine.
It is our game.
I've not seen it yet. Okay, I think and if you have seen it, let's just go ahead so that I won't waste your time. Maybe because I've not used it before. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen trees. Yes. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay.
I have not seen tree yet.
Is down. Is under. That's why I had challenges finding it. Is down. Okay, if we have seen it, let's go again. After the count of 5, then we'll take our pictures. 1. I hope your hands are there. Once I say 5, you click on it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. I'm the only one. Okay, Chidinma too. Okay. Thank you everyone for today's session. And I invite you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes. See you on Saturday. Please let's be together.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
All right.
Thank
bye.
you. Namaste from India.
Namaste from Nigeria.
Thank
Greetings.
you. Good night, ma'am.
Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you, everybody.
Good night. Good night,
Namaste,
everyone.
namaste.
Good night.
Pade ji,
Namaste.
great chatting. Navneet Pade sir, today is your first day and you have made the century.
Honestly,
Yes,
thank you
amazing
so much, sir.
presentation. Amazing.
You have
Shailesh
made the
sir,
century. A great welcome to the show. You have
Ma'am.
done a great job. And let us
Thank you so
One
much,
thing.
sir. Thank you so much.
in future, sir.
One thing
Thank
I
you
want
very
to
much.
say.
Thanks a
One
lot.
thing I want to say, ma'am,
Thank you.
Okay.
to Shailesh sir, once you try to worship two tiger, oh, okay? Try to worship tiger, okay? Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye,
Mr.
everyone.
remains quiet. I don't know why.
I saw new
Bye
faces
bye.
today. I hope to see you all
Bye.
next time. And
Now
you can
let us meet
also
on Saturday
feel free
now.
to join our WhatsApp group. Feel free to
Thank you,
join our
ma'am. Thank you
WhatsApp
very
group,
much.
please. Yeah. So if you invite anybody to the group, to the session, please, you can invite
On-
the person to the
on
WhatsApp
Saturday.
group.
Ma'am, for Saturday, we can join, we can call anyone?
Yes, of course, you can. You feel free to add them to the WhatsApp group. so
Gloria,
that-
ma'am.
Yes,
Gloria,
please.
ma'am, on Saturday, all we are invited or not?
Oh, you are invited. You are.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank
And
you,
We
ma'am.
want to see our
Thank
men.
you.
Yes, please. Everybody is invited.
Ma'am, topics will also be there, na? Just like the same session.
Yes, I'm going to
As
pass it on to the female speakers. I'll pass it on to you. I'll get in touch. So only female will be
Okay.
presenting. No man will present on Saturday. It's for
Topics
us.
will also be there.
Yes,
Different
yes,
topics will also be there.
yes, yes.
Okay.
The topic will be there. I will send it to you. All
Thank
right.
you.
So
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Good
all right.
night.
Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night. I'm
Good
close.
night to all.
Bye bye. Bye bye. See you on
Namaste.
Saturday.
Thank you so much,
Thank
all of
you.
team.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, sir. All right. So I'm closing the
Thank you,
meeting.
ma'am.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.